What?
What's good? Back for week 2 of ShambleGamble. Today's episode is primarily geared towards the Thursday night games and recaps of week 1. So let's get this show on the road. Slowly improving every week.
Action.
Let's do it.
Cool. So I'm basically going to start off with the 4 picks that I had last week that I thought were the locks of the whole slate. And then I'll go tell you guys what my picks were for the whole week and then my overall performance. So to start off, I went 2-2 with my 4 picks from last week. The Niners missed, the Ravens hit, the Cowboys missed, and the Chiefs hit. So essentially, screw the NFC. I just got to start riding with the AFC because that Niners shit, bro, giving up that lead in Chicago, it really hurt my ego. And honestly, I ended up losing money on the week. So it's not all green and dandy in the world of gambling. But yeah, how did you guys do with your picks?
We did solid. So we had same top vibe. My 4 picks last week was Atlanta plus 5.5. We hit that. Almost got the money line. Pittsburgh plus 6.5. They hit the money line. That was a good hit. Seattle plus 6.5. They hit the money line. And Houston plus 7, which they covered but couldn't hit nothing but a tie. But we did 4-0 on the picks, on the favorite picks. 13-3 in Action Network, which means shit only going downhill from here. All right. So enjoy it while you got it. You missed week 1. The good picks are all over. We losing money from here on out. Knock on wood. But no, we had a good week. A lot of parlays, a lot of teasers hit too. So we went heavy. Like I think we all agreed like heavy underdogs was the way to go. We went heavy underdogs and it paid off. So yeah.
Super dope. Yeah, I went 7.
Yeah, Andy had a great week. Blake had a subpar week for week 1, and I pretty much had a neutral week. So week 1, I kind of just wanted to sit back and observe because the only thing we really had to research off of was summertime narratives. But just based off summertime narratives, my picks were not so bad. So I had the Niners not covering just because I had doubts of Trey Lance, mainly because the Niners signed Jimmy G, and that makes me think that they weren't fully confident in Trey Lance's abilities. And it didn't help him that Chicago had like a monsoon during the game, so maybe he just wasn't prepared to play in that type of environment. But he was playing up against another young quarterback in Justin Fields, and Justin Fields figured it out. Like, why can't Trey Lance? And he had a 7-0 lead to start it off, and he lost a 7-0 lead, so he ended up getting outscored 19-3 to finish off the game. So Bears covering did hit. And then another one of my picks was Bucks covering. The Bucks looked really good. It wasn't so much of Tom Brady looking great, which was the reason why I had chose the Bucks in the first place. It was more so a team effort, and Dak did go down. I'm not sure how much better Dak is than the secondary quarterback at this point, but maybe there's an asterisk on that win right there. There was a little bit of luck going on. The one that didn't hit was the Panthers, so that was another narrative bet. I thought Baker would come out and play motivated and inspired, and he actually was the one who kind of cost the Panthers the game by a late fumble. They ended up losing 26-24 to the Browns.
I was with you on that too.
Yeah, it was kind of there.
Yeah, that cost me 2 or 3 parlays. Just Baker being Baker doing dumb shit.
Yeah, he just wanted it so bad.
Exactly. When you want something in life that bad, the universe don't reward you. So,
hey, whatever happened to the karma fade, bro? The second we found out on an interview, you said I'm gonna F up the Browns. We should have been like, it is way too cocky.
Bro, we should have done nothing. Yeah, that's how I started.
We bought.
I was one of those ones. I bought the hype. We bought the hype, so
bought the hype.
Makes sense too, though.
I don't know why we all felt so strongly about Baker, just because he talks big, but like, what has he done?
The thing too is like, bro, it's like Baker might not be all that, but compared to the guy on the other side, Jacoby Brissett, Like Jacoby
Yeah.
Brissett looked ass, bro. He looked cheeks.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
looked really bad, but they still won.
But Browns were getting carried by their running crew. You know, Chubb was looking great. Kareem Hunt like broke away for a couple of big ones. And
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much what they did last year when Baker was running quarterback. You know,
Exactly,
that Browns offense was relying on Chubb and Kareem Hunt, you know, when they were both healthy. So, I mean, yeah, it turns out that Baker's not that big.
I'll tell you what.
So tragic. It lasted.
Baker restored faith in the pitiful fan base of the Cleveland Browns. And that counts for a lot. And that's bought him some clout for at least a couple of years. So that's why I was gonna give him a look.
He's a solid quarterback, but solid don't get you much. He's solid though.
Yeah. I feel
he made the Browns relevant in the media. That's all he did.
Fact. Tim Tebow 2.0.
Yeah, kind of for the wrong reasons. Yeah, exactly.
He's still helping the Browns win.
Yeah, still didn't win enough.
Crazy.
But the only game that I actually threw money on was the Monday night game. And the reason I threw money on that game is because there was a lot of good picks that we had on Sunday, and I didn't capitalize on any of them. And it turns out that I wasn't super rusty, so I felt a little bit confident going into Monday night. I was like, all right, let's just throw. I threw a small amount. I didn't throw much, but I did throw on the Seahawks covering because Sunday I feel like rust showed for a lot of teams. Not Russ Wilson, rust. A lot of these teams, that 1 week of break time between preseason and the start of the regular season, which is new actually, that really showed, I think, for a lot of teams. A lot of teams with a new quarterback, or a lot of teams that like Packers, new receivers, they didn't look like they were clicking at all. There's a few other teams there, you know, even the Raiders, you know, like Derek Carr, all he was doing was going to Devontae Adams. It didn't look like he was using all his weapons properly. It was just kind of going to what was working at the moment rather than what could actually win the game for them.
To add on to that, teams that didn't practice in the preseason went, I think, 3-8 against the spread. That had no practice in the preseason. Same with the Broncos too. I just found out after the game they didn't practice all preseason.
Yeah.
So like you go from not practicing or not playing in the preseason to Seattle, like with the 12th man, Pete Carroll, like blood at the fucking bleeding and shit and foaming out the mouth. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean that Seattle defense was no joke yesterday. They did have like a significant injury in Jamal Adams, but they showed up. You know, that 12th man, like you said, really showed up and showed out. And in that last like drive, the Broncos technically could have. I was kind of worried about this because the score was 16-17, right? And Broncos were Russ had the ball going in for that winning drive. The spread for that game was 6.5. Seahawks were plus 6.5, so they were down 1. The Broncos were down 1. I was scared that they would come down, score a touchdown, and go for 2 to go by full 7 points. And that's something that Russ could do. You know, that's something that he could do. So, because at that point, what do you think? Like, what if they go up? They score the touchdown. They go up 20. What is that? 22-17.
Oh, they going for 2. Yeah, they going for 2.
They have to go for 2. There's no point to go up 23-17. You go up a full touchdown. So, I did see the scenario where that pick gets busted, but luckily Broncos have one of the worst head coaches in the league. That's what I thought was
gonna happen, bro. I thought it was gonna be like the people who picked the Seahawks cover would look good for them the whole game, and at the end it would be like a 10-point game or some shit. But like we feel in our soul that we won the bet. Like
Blake texted us like after Seahawks scored that first touchdown. He texted us like the bet to make was Seahawks first half, and as soon as he texted it and I read it, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense.
Yeah,
because they're gonna just come out firing. Broncos are gonna get into rhythm and close out the game. That's kind of set up to be that way, but I mean, it didn't work out that way. I mean, like Russ could not take advantage of the Seahawks young cornerbacks. He, you know, towards the end of the game, I think he realized like that's what's working. He started to just air it out and hope for a PI, hope for a flag, hope for, you know, missed coverage, and he was getting a lot of those calls towards the end. And that's kind of why they were able to score. But they're able to move the chains a lot, but they weren't able to capitalize, you know, and actually score. But Yeah, I mean that game worked out for us. I think we all had the Seahawks covering, which the public, Blake sent something pregame that the public was like 90% on the Broncos. That was like the obvious pick.
Yeah. Anytime you see 90, like 85% or more, you're better off fading them. No matter what you think about the teams, play the number. Vegas is just collecting checks off those people.
Always Rico Lil.
Always. And on the money line too.
Yeah.
Right.
Money line too.
That's one we should have done. Yeah, money line too. For
sure. We should have hit money line.
Speaking of young cornerbacks, you guys see that dude named Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think all of Twitter saw it too.
Dude wore number 8 and got torched, man. Kobe tossed and turned around in his grave.
Number 8 went.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Terrible.
He's got to change his number for sure. Why would come on, man?
Absolutely sickening.
At least he spells it C-O-B-Y. That's as much as his respect goes.
Yeah. Kobe upstairs, he like doing the soldier boy. What? I did it first.
Yo, the Colts fired their kicker.
Blankenship.
Bro,
yeah.
that guy was solid.
Classes.
Yeah.
Rodrigo, my guy Rod. What?
Someone's gonna pick him up, hopefully.
That's crazy. He was like a dope ass kicker too. I feel like kickers fall off mad quick. I don't know why I've been noticing that. But like they get hyped for 2 years and they fall off.
They're just so replaceable.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I guess they're gonna have like some kicking tryout, and he's allowed to come try out again. So he's trying out for his own job.
Can you imagine getting re-signed? Could you imagine if he re-signs for more money?
Oh man,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, he probably got bought out or something, and then he's gonna sign another contract. That's something the Colts would do, man.
That is.
What's dude's name on the Chiefs? Harrison Butker, right?
Yeah.
That man rolled his ankle, and they had what, like a wide receiver, a DB come out and start kicking field goals.
Yeah, he was a safety.
The safety.
He kicked the extra point, and like he blasted that thing in.
Bro,
he kicked. Yeah. And it looked good, and then he came out after that touchdown to do the kickoff, and the kickoff it went out of bounds. He blasted the kickoff too. There's actually a funny clip of like all the Chiefs players reacting.
I think he went through
that kickoff. Yeah, it did. Wow. But then later, I think they let him kick a field goal, and he completely like blew it. It's like, all right,
yeah, he changed that shit.
That's enough. Yeah,
he got a leg on him though. That was crazy. Cause that kickoff, he like boomed that straight through the field goal. It's crazy. They just come off the bench and just like, that's crazy. That's bad.
As hard as you can.
It's a bad sign.
Well, apparently he was a big like soccer player in high school, and he actually was.
I'm saying, low key, a lot of these teams have a couple guys like that. They just obviously would rather have a real kicker because they actually train for that shit. Like OBJ, I remember one time, I think the Giants kicker got hurt, and he came in and like made a field goal or some shit.
That's nuts. I mean, that's pretty valuable if you can save a roster spot or two even by having a dual threat,
Yeah.
A kicker / punter, something like that.
100%. Someone can get you 3 points. That's fire.
Kind of feels like we're trending towards that direction already.
Low key. You can cut out the kicker and save it. That'd be wild. All right, let's get to this game.
Okay, let's do it.
For show. Actually, I don't know if you guys touched on it earlier, but did you have biggest L of last week that you wanted to go over? So not all of us can be like Andy going undefeated or whatever. I went 7-9.
Hey, come on. You got to sweat like me to get like me. Come on, man. No, this is as good as it gets, brother. Literally.
So I went 7-9, and I'm looking at the losses right now. And I want to say it's between Green Bay and San Francisco that really hurt my ego. I'm really shook on those. But honestly, Green Bay got stomped out by the Saints last year. Yeah, we cutting this shit out for sure. Oh shit! No, stomped out.
Hey, no.
Stop
Keep it in, brother.
Bro, let's move on to week 3, bro. Let's move on to week 3.
Oh fuck.
Look, man, I got flies up in this shit now.
All right, yeah. Hey, Green Bay in that last segment were the L's of the week that bruised my ego. I don't know if you guys had one.
For me,
Um,
it's for sure the Panthers. Like I said, I had them in. I think they cost me 2 parlays or 3 parlays actually. So yeah, it was the Panthers for me, and then just the way that ended, because I was, you get like the way the games went yesterday morning, the early games. It was most of the teams that I was supposed to cover were like already had leads and shit. So I was feeling good about most teams. I was like, even if the favorite comes back, still get the cover most likely. And then I was giving up on the Panthers. I was like, all right, whatever I have with the Panthers is done. They're down 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. It's a wrap. Then they come back. They take the lead. And with 40 seconds, they just fuck it up. I think they got a penalty, a 15-yard penalty, roughing the pass. They actually got my hopes up in typical Baker fashion. And then came back and they actually made me turn on the game, which is the worst part. I was like, I'm going to watch the end of the game. Once you start watching the game, the bet's done. That's it. So yeah, that'd be my least favorite loss. I think I missed on Rams to begin the week. That one I had a little sprinkle on Rams as well, so that one hurt a little bit too.
For that.
And I actually missed on Bucks and Cowboys, but I followed Sojad's lock of the week, switched halftime, and just took the points. I think it was 8 or 9.5 points. I just took the points. So never trust in the Cowboys again.
Sojad with the Lazuli coming in clutch.
Yep, that's right.
Low key though.
Yeah, I would also say the Niners screwed me over. They messed up like 2 of my parlays.
So,
Yeah, I would say for me, the game that kind of rattled my confidence a little bit was the Steelers-Bengals. That was a game where, Andy, you had the Steelers spread, so you had some vision on that one. But I mean, they had Joe Burrow had 4 interceptions. They had 5 turnovers in total. They had an opportunity even at the end to win the game. They scored that touchdown. They had Joe Burrow threw it to Jamar Chase for the touchdown. They had an extra point opportunity to win the game. They somehow squeezed this game, squeezed out of this game with the W. And of course, the kick gets blocked. In overtime, they have an opportunity to hit a field goal to win the game again. Misses the field goal. So that, I mean, like I said, I didn't really throw too much this week, but what if I was betting this week, I would have bet on that game live a lot as well. Even when Bengals were down, the whole time I felt confident. Okay, he's not going to continue to throw these interceptions. He's not going to continue. TJ Watt went down with an injury. Everything was just forming for the Bengals to come and upset the Steelers and pull away with a win. Even on a Super Bowl hangover game, but they didn't pull it out. Usually, a team that has that kind of momentum does pull it out, but it didn't work out for them. So yeah, so that kind of rattled my confidence a little bit.
Yeah, at least you sat out.
Honestly,
yeah, and that's kind of the reason I sat out. For games like this, I would have lost a lot on that game for sure.
I definitely threw some live Bengals bets in that I lost. That were just, man, I live bet Bengals, Colts, and someone else, and Falcons in a parlay. All 3 somehow went to or did it? Falcons go to OT? No, they didn't. But all somehow came to the last fucking play or some shit and didn't come through. But yeah, that Bengals game felt a lot like the Broncos game, where it was like better quarterback. They have fuck ups, but they just ran out of time to make up for the fuck ups, basically. So
yeah. This week was kind of a week of week one. It kind of did what I thought week one would do. There was a lot of big leads early on, and then a lot of comebacks as well. Like even the Lions, they came back. They were down big. The final score was 38-35, which doesn't really explain what really happened in that game. The Falcons had a huge lead. They blew the lead against the Saints. The Bengals were down big. You thought the Bengals would come back. They did force it overtime. Thought they would win. They didn't. There was a lot of games like that where one team came out firing, the other team was kind of still in summertime mode, and they did bring it back at the end. Some scenarios they came out and closed it. In other scenarios, it wasn't enough. But yeah, I think that was the biggest shocker of the week for me.
Got you. All right, let's move on to week 2 though. So we got Chiefs and Chargers. Got a little AFC West rivalry, little AFC West matchup. So I'll start off. I think the line opened up at -3.5, and then I think the Keenan Allen news came out. He's questionable, if not out. And so last time we chalked Sojad, I think that the line moved to 4.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Kansas City -4 right now.
Yeah.
The over/under is set at 54.5, so they're projecting a high-scoring game.
Okay. Yeah. Thankfully, I still hit the 3.5. So yeah, I got Chiefs 3.5. I'm just gonna bet on the Mahomes pedigree, the Chiefs 10-year experience, and all that, and then we bank on Keenan Allen hurting the Chargers. What you guys think?
It's showing that it's going to be 81 degrees. I think it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful game.
Who got the
Two young
facts?
quarterbacks. Yeah, two young quarterbacks just kind of going at it toe to toe. You have Patrick Mahomes. He's proven what he can do with or without weapons. All that Tyreek Hill talk in the offseason, nobody's talking about it anymore. He's making Juju Smith-Schuster look like Juju Smith-Schuster. and you know him and him and Kelsey have that beautiful connection. They threw that first touchdown of the game. Kelsey was just fading left into the corner, and just I don't know how he caught it. I don't know. Mahomes squeezed it out, and then after that, Mahomes was just throwing all these underhand touchdowns, and it was beautiful football, And then on the other end, you have the Chargers, who also played amazing. They played a Raiders team who I believe is going to be very good this year. The Chiefs played a much easier team, Cardinals, who some people might be hot on the Cardinals. I don't know why you would be, but Kyler Murray's. Yeah, I'm not going to get off topic, but I think Cardinals are very bad. So Chiefs look very good. Yeah, and then Chargers played a much better team, and they still, came out with a win. So just because Chiefs won by 20 plus points and Chargers squeezed the win, I don't think it's fair to say that the Chiefs are a significantly better team. Chargers have the better defense, in my opinion. They have some big names on there. And Justin Herbert is looking like he's coming into his own, like he had a lot of pressure on him week 1 and he delivered, he was throwing beautiful balls. Austin Eckler is still a beast. So I think we're going to be in for a barn burner, and I'm taking Chargers to cover just because I think it's a pick on 50-50. And if you're giving the Chargers 4 points, I could see him losing by only 3. I could see him even winning the game like outright. So I'm taking Chargers all day on that one.
Okay.
I feel like I'm with Blake on this one, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I'm with Blake on this one because I kind of get the same vibe as like the sort of Chargers and the Raiders, how they played out, that it's going to end up being a little close, but in the end, the Chiefs pull away. I do like the Chiefs defense. It is the Cardinals. They looked pretty solid. Just the new additions they had played really well. They just look disciplined. And that's one thing I feel like the difference early with teams. It's like if you discipline and you're able to hold your own on the back end, the linebacking crew, rushing, just doing the little shit, which the Chiefs did really well against a team like the Chargers, who I think they're way more talented. I don't know if I trust their coach. I don't know how disciplined they are at times. They did miss a couple of assignments against the Raiders. But I think Chiefs at home, they've been hearing all the talk about how dope and how talented and how Herbert's up next. I think they're going to take them boys for their money. I think they're going to be able to force it. One thing I noticed in the Raider game, which was interesting, was that the Chargers could not run the ball. And it's a Raiders defense that's like not that great. That O-line doesn't look all the way together yet. I think by the time we're halfway through the season, they're going to be shoving the ball down people's throats. But for now, I think it's going to take a little time to mesh. They got no Keenan Allen. That defense is actually really, really good. So I think they're going to give the Chiefs a little trouble. But I do think because they have 5 different receivers who can catch, they have Andy Reid at the helm. They got CH in the backfield that they're going to be able to make plays and shit too. So I do like the Chiefs -4 or -3.5. You want to take a cop out like bitch ass Blake. I grabbed the line early. You didn't grab shit. What the fuck are you talking? I grabbed the line early. And I do like the under too. I'm not like big on the over-unders, but I do like the under just because of the Chargers defense. Because the Chiefs, the way they moved the ball against the Cardinals was like 7-yard play, 10-yard play, 7-yard play. Not a lot of big chunk plays. Missing Allen. Chargers not being able to run the ball. I feel like the Chiefs are going to try to dare the Chargers to run the ball. Like Can y'all run the ball on us? If not, we're going to sit back 8 back here in the box or sit 8 back in the backfield and try to make you throw on 8. So run the ball if you can. But I will say, similar to last week, the smart number is to take the 4. That's the smart number. But it's one of those head versus gut kind of feelings for me. So I'm going my gut on this one. I'm not going to go heavy on the game. I'm going to go a little light and just try to wait for value on the
All right, well, you got to take some probiotics because Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are going to come and just smack your boy Patrick Mahomes all day.
That shit scared the hell out of me, bro. I really don't know. I can see Chargers winning by double digits. Like, anything can happen.
Probably will.
Andy says he's going to go light.
Huh?
Andy says he's going to go light on the game. By halftime,
I know, I'm already thinking
5 bets in.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking of a $200 bet right now.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to go light, but I don't bet on over-unders, but this and that. But, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Just show us the receipts.
By halftime, it's going to be rent deep in bets.
I don't go light, but I don't do over-unders.
This is what's going to happen because we can look at the spread for the Cardinals-Raiders game. Do you guys know what the spread for that game is?
6 right now.
The Cardinals are playing in Oakland. So they're giving the Raiders 6 points on the Cardinals. It's kind of weird how that works out. Chargers played Raiders and Chiefs played Cardinals, and now those two are playing each other. So Vegas is projecting that Raiders are a significantly better team than Cardinals. I think what's going to happen after the Chargers blow up the Chiefs is that everybody's going to go in and lock their money on the Raiders to cover against the Cardinals. That's what's going to happen. That's my bold move of the week.
It's honestly
how it pans out.
That game opened up at Raiders -4 and it got bet up to 6.
I like that parlay logic.
That is smart though. Yeah, that is like smart for sure. I think Cardinals are in trouble, bro. Like they look really ass. Like
Cardinals are in trouble.
They have nobody to throw to. That defense, they lost Chandler Jones. They can't rush the passer. Can't stop the run. Can't do shit.
They should have kept that clause in Kyler's contract.
Sheesh, bro. I mean,
Kyler Westbrook.
They got to set him more than 4 hours, I guess. Make it 8. Make it 10. Whatever it takes.
What you sipping on over there?
Water, my guy.
Okay.
With tequila.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm playing.
Tequila water.
Tequila water.
Aguacate.
Tequila water.
Aguacate, way. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting game. I just feel like Chiefs are on a mission, low key. I feel like
exactly.
I'm also selling like the Chargers. I'm kind of mad that the Chiefs blew out the Cardinals because I don't know if we're getting like crazy value either way. Like if the Chiefs had barely beat the Cardinals by like 6 or some shit, then I think it'd be like -3 and I'd slam the Chiefs. But yeah, I think we're getting -2.5. I'm trying to sell the Chargers hype a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that line should be higher. I think
so.
Really? Wow.
There's a lot of Justin Herbert, Golden Boy narratives going around, and like although he has a lot of the stats, the physical abilities, the stats, we still haven't seen the W's. We still haven't seen, sample size. So like you got to show me before you prove that the Chargers that close to the Chiefs.
Well, if you're free Thursday night, you're about to see it. So tune in 5:15 p.m. Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video.
You say you know what about
they better give us some advertising dollars.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Put us on the big screen. What?
If you guys need a login, hit me up. I got you.
That's game. I also feel like Andy Reid in September is fucking elite. So it's just hard to go against that too.
Yeah.
One thing that I might do, I haven't put any money down on this game yet. I did take Chargers +4, like that's my initial pick, but I might opt to just live bet this game because I do think there will be like multiple swings in this game. It's 2 high octane offenses. So I could see the Chargers they're opening up as a plus as the underdog. So I might just bet money line Chargers. If they come out, if they score early, they become the favorites. Live bet it on the Chiefs. And just continue to swing it back and forth. If it comes down to, final possession, I'm going to have to stick with the Chiefs bet at the end there. If it comes down to, it's Patrick Mahomes with the ball. Last year he showed he only needed 13, 14 seconds. So if he has anything more than 10 seconds, I'm gonna put it all on the Chiefs at the end. So I think this game might be a great live betting opportunity, especially since it's Thursday night and you can just focus on one game. So you can just kind of tune in, pay attention to it, and track it the whole time. That's the biggest thing with live betting is you got to just make sure to be watching the game, be watching the odds as they move because those odds move quickly.
Yeah, I fuck with that too, and I fuck with like how you said it too. Like if you're gonna live bet, make sure you have a plan. Like if you have a plan, you know what to look out for, and it might not always work out. Like yesterday, if your plan was like, if I was gonna live bet yesterday, I would have most likely bet the Seahawks early and then bet the Broncos late since I had like the Seahawks plus. So get the value on the Seahawks and then bet the Broncos late. You would have lost on the Broncos, that's fine. But the logic is the same. You want to take the better quarterback coming back, especially a guy like Russ, Pat. Who else was coming back late? Burrow. You want to take those guys who know how to win games late in the game. And it didn't work out week 1, but more times than not, you're going to bet that winning quarterback is going to get you to win late. And you instead of paying for that 10-point spread or 8-point spread that you might be getting, just getting the money line, straight money line. So, like Sojad said, go in with a plan, know what you want to do. Same thing with over-unders. If you bet live over-unders, if the game is getting really like up tempo early, expect adjustments. Like bet the under. If it's really slow to start, like the Bills and Rams, bet the over because teams are getting warmed up. Shit usually like people make adjustments and they usually figure shit out either defensively or offensively, so adjustments get made. So same thing with quarterbacks.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That's a good game to live bet for sure.
Yeah, definitely. As far as what I'm rooting for, I'm rooting that Kelsey gets as many touchdowns as possible for my fantasy team. I have Kelsey in both my leagues, and hopefully Chargers come out with a win.
You got him in 2 leagues?
I got him in 2 leagues, man.
Fuck, man. All the other tight ends are whack so far this year.
I know. Yeah, I picked him, I think, number 11 in our league because I just saw him, and he was the highest on my board left. And in my league, I got him pretty late, like at 18 or 19 or something like that. So
fuck. Was that our league? I think that was our league.
No, our league, I was number 10. So I drafted DeAndre Swift at 10 and Kelsey at 11. So I had the back-to-back. DeAndre Swift is looking nice.
That's what I was saying. Those are 2 good picks. You just got to stay healthy, but he looks fucking.
If Swift doesn't stay healthy, Jamal Williams was looking nice too. Jamal Williams took all of Swift's touchdowns. I got him as my
best running back.
I know. Put them together, man. They would be number 1.
What the fuck is this?
Whiteboard.
Let's see.
Like, what you on, bro?
Let's see what's going on. We got like 6 minutes.
Trying to draw and shit?
So I'm gonna just let people know.
Oh my god, bro! No one wants to see your chicken scratch, dog.
Here we go.
This is hard on the mouth.
We left this shit up to Blake. This man can't even spell, bro.
God, man.
Andy,
hey, that's actually not terrible if you're doing the mouse.
It's not. It's all right.
It's horrific.
So we got TNF.
Oh, yeah?
We a startup, y'all. We a startup. So this is what we got for now. We don't got graphics.
This is ugly as hell. How they even gonna see this, bro?
LA -4. Get the 3.5.
I'm taking LA -4.
Well, I thought you were talking about the Rams for a minute. I was like, we're not doing the Rams.
No, bro, you got to do LAC, bro. Anytime you talk about a team that's not the Rams or Lakers, LAC.
Andy,
bro, break. We gotta have the same fucking lines, bro. You can't take a different line, bro.
Come on now. Dude, what are we doing here?
The early bird catches the worm, and I caught.
No, hell no, dude, you're missing the fucking point. Why do you think Andy's trying to wait until Friday so we can all have the same fucking spread? Now, when Keenan Allen gets injured,
I got it before Keenan Allen got
injured.
Oh my god, bro!
Adam Schefter hit my phone,
bro. It's the 4. What do you want to do with the 4? You want to take it, or you want to? Which team do you want to take on the 4, bro? How are we gonna compare notes and shit if we're taking all different lines?
I'm still taking Kansas City.
All right, well, my lock of the week is the Bengals plus 2.5. That was the line that was up at the end of the game. Bengals plus 2.5.
Fuck.
There you have it. The Thursday
You're
night.
making up your own lines and shit, bro.
Bro, this is incredible, bro.
Give me the Rams. Hey, while you're at it, just write down Sojad chooses Rams plus 27.5. Write that shit down for the people to see it.
Get out of here.
Yo, this is actually, come on, nigga. This is really bad, bro.
Hey,
Bro,
this is the TNT part where they mess around.
man, this is the one time I'd actually rather see your face on FaceTime, bro.
Acting a fool.
Oh my god, bro. How you gonna create your own line? That's crazy.
Bro, I
That's wow, bro. Mine's 2.5. I'm buying point.
Y'all not early birds.
That's wild. All right, so we got I bet.
All right, yeah, we got
A little difference opinion.
we got 3 minutes left, so I think we're good for this midweek episode of Shamble Gamble.
Yes, sir.
We'll
Next week, Thursday, we'll do some props and shit.
yeah, and we'll see you guys on Friday or Saturday and let you know about our thoughts on the Sunday slate. And yeah, we'll also start posting some picks that you guys can tell if we feel confident enough, and we'll let you know where the picks come from. This week, all those gold nuggets you saw was courtesy of your boy Andrew. So hopefully he can keep it coming.
But don't do that. Don't don't do that. Don't put no. We don't need that kind of pressure.
There's pressure. There's pressure on your boy.
All right.
Hey, we all came through. We hope to come through for you again.
Sir.
Yes.
We'll see you soon, y'all. Thanks for watching.
That's raps.
Let's ride.